So I'm going to need everyone to watch this video all the way through because there's one question that I need to ask each and every one of you, so you can leave your comments down below. It's very important.
I heard that. What's going on, brother? I bought this just in case I run into you.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of C Gonna Speed 2.5 and another 2. I want to thank you all for pushing that play button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, that's definitely something you should do. I would love to have you part of the community. Before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to the Real Don YouTube channel for helping me actually record this today. He bought an awesome Sony camera, and he definitely want to test it out. I'm looking forward to actually seeing what this video looks like on this awesome new camera. So definitely thank you to the Real Don. All right, so this channel is all about Corvettes, about other cars, about a bunch of stuff. But I know a lot of you came to here to figure out what's the biggest news, the biggest surprise about the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. And there really isn't any, other than I'm actually ordering one. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, been sending me emails every day, every month, comments, are you actually planning on getting a C8 Mid Engine Corvette? Yes, I am. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, well, why haven't you didn't tell us this in the past? Well, I'm not some just normal YouTuber who has a crap ton of money laying around and can be like, hey, like I got $100,000 laying around in the bank account, I can go buy a sports car if I want to. That's not the case. I actually needed to go to the bank first to make sure the bank understood my plans and my goals, and they were able to help me finance this car. Because like I said before, I'm not a big YouTuber with a lot of money laying around hoping that I can just go out there and buy a car just like that. I literally am just a hard-working man just like anyone else. And be honest with you, like I start this channel to help people understand, like, the Corvette was known for most hard-working men to be able to buy that themselves. Instead of like going out there and buy Ferraris and Lamborghinis, they built Corvettes for us guys to be able to compete with those cars, but also be able to afford these cars. And I work in normal, average day job. I mean, just like anybody else. Like, and so I just want people to understand, like, that's the reason why I actually went to the bank first to get their approval from them before I decided to buy the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. Now, there was a lot of stuff in the process between now and then that made me go back and forth on a lot of things about a C8 Mid Engine Corvette. I'm going to explain those in this video, and I'm going to tell you about the process and how I was going to do it. And another reason why mine was a little bit kind of difficult is because I decided to go through Chevrolet as well, through some of the engineers, and through one of my dealerships that I built a relationship with. And I'm going to tell you all that information right now in this video. So let's get to it, and definitely don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So like I said before, you know, a lot of you guys asked me about the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. Was I planning to get one? I actually am planning to get one. I have a question though before I actually get into this video. And Chevrolet is still waiting for me to make this decision, but I want to make this decision with you guys, my family, because this C8 Mid Engine Corvette is just not mine. It is ours together, my family, which is what you guys are to me. So the decision is option one, to have the car museum delivery, and you guys can actually have that experience with me as well. We will take the cameras out there. You guys can actually watch me pick up my C8 Mid Engine Corvette museum delivery, and we'll drive out there, you know, pick the car up, go through the tour, come back to my house. And I made a lot of great friendships with the people in the National Corvette Museum. Or we can actually have a party at the dealership out of New Jersey at Atlantic City Quebec. That is a dealership that I actually bought this car from, and that is a dealership that I have a relationship with, and that's where if we decide to host a party, that's what it will be. Now, the party invitation is open up to any and everyone. If you live in California, you live in New Jersey, you live in New York, you live in North Carolina, South Carolina, whether you live in the United States, if you want to drive out there, fly out there, I will tell you the date and the time. We will do an unveiling party for my C8 Mid Engine Corvette. You get to see my spec, get to meet me in person, What do you guys may like? I know some of you guys ask for merch, autographs and things like that. I can totally do all that as well. So that's option number 2. So option number 1 is we can do the National Corvette Museum, but I'm only allowed to have 4 people there, but we can record that whole entire trip, the whole entire process. If you'd like to see that process, option number 2, we can host a party in New Jersey at Corvette, and that way you guys can come share that experience with me. So give me your options, leave your comments down below, what you guys think is the best decision for us as a family, because I'd like to have you guys there a part of that journey as well, whether you like to do the museum tour or the hosting the party. And I have to make the decision at some point pretty soon. Chevrolet is waiting on me to make that final decision, so once you guys let me know, I will let them know. With that being said, once again, yes, I am getting a C8 Mid Engine Corvette. It was a long process. The reason why, like I said earlier, I didn't want to talk about it ahead of time was because I want to make sure the bank approved me, 1, to get this vehicle, and 2, to make sure everything was lined up, my ducks was in a row, because I'm one of those guys, like, I make sure I think things through first, plan it out, and then, get the ball rolling. So the plan was, you're going to be shocked by this, I was actually getting 2 C8 Mid Engine Corvettes, not just 1, 2 C8s, and you guys are probably like, how in the heck you going to go to the bank and try to get financing for 1, and he was actually getting 2 C8s? Well, that's a long process. Like I said before, I built a great relationship with Chevrolet and the designers and the engineering team and all those guys, and they treat me like family. I became part of that family, and it's been great to be able to message them and talk to them about the cars pretty much any time I would like to. And they came to me and said, hey, which car would you actually like? And so I told them what I wanted, and the color I actually wanted was Accelerate Yellow. And you know me, I try to do exotic things with the doors, with the chrome wrap, with the wheels. That's just that's my style. I like to actually be different. I want to keep my channel different from all the other YouTube channels and give you guys realistic, real life views from my standpoint to you guys, because I'm just an average guy, and I want to let you know that you can also do this too. So I want to Accelerate Yellow, and they came back and said, hey, like, let us think about it. We will try to see if we can get you that 1 Accelerate Yellow, but that was way before Accelerate Yellow was actually unveiled, which you guys know, the Accelerate Yellow was unveiled like maybe sometime last week. I made a video about it. Feel free to check that out. And I want to Accelerate Yellow. I will build that spec and all that stuff on the screen at some point as well. And they came back to me a week later saying, unfortunately, we may not be able to get you that color right away. There's a lot of things we got to do with quality control and all that stuff before we decide to get you that color. And we want to make sure this car is right for you, because you're a YouTuber we trust and respect, and we want to make sure this car is ready for you. So with that being said, they came back to me and said, we need you to build a car that you would like to have in the beginning of our first run, and that way we can get you your car later on. With that being said, I had to choose a color that was available for option. So at that point in time, I chose the first car. I decided to go with the Accelerate Yellow, and then this was all in the process the entire way. What happened was the strike happened, and a lot of people have been asking me, what are your thoughts on the strike? Whose side are you on? I wasn't on anyone's side. It was one of those things where I didn't work for General Motors, I don't work for the UAW, so I couldn't really tell you exactly what side was the best side. All I know is that kind of pushed everything back, and that challenged the whole process of getting actually 2 C8s at that point. And it wasn't I was going to buy 2 C8s. Chevrolet was going to give me 1, and I was going to hold that one until I got my actual one that I wanted, and then I was going to give them 1 back, or I actually could have sold it 1, depending on if I wanted to make that process anything. GM also, we talked about the black licks and all that stuff. That's another whole big deal. But anyways, the strike forced everything back. A lot of people build dates were for December, some was for January. Once the strike happens, a lot of people was hoping that the build dates would stay in December and January, and unfortunately they got pushed back 2 months. So now that pushed everything back, and at this point in time I decided to make a decision between keeping both cars or getting 1 car. Not keeping both cars, but I guess technically getting both cars at one point and swapping one out for the other. With that being said, the strike ruined that, so now we're in the decision of, not getting the Accelerate Yellow at all, or possibly still getting it, because now GM has opened up all colors will be available in December. So that being said, I still have the option of making the decision on what build I want and don't want. It's been a long process about the C8 Mid Engine Corvette, because a lot of people have been waiting on this car for so many years. Generations before me and all that great stuff. And as you all know, the C8 Mid Engine Corvette is now won the Motortrend award. After watching Jay Leno's video with Taj, and I had personal experience with Taj myself, it made me even more excited about this car. And to get a mid engine sports car for $60,000 is phenomenal. Now, obviously, when you add in your parts, your specs, your bills, and all that stuff, it's gonna be more than $60,000. But at the end of the day, it's a phenomenal car for that price. And once again, like, I have this YouTube channel for you guys, let you guys understand, like, I'm an average day guy. I don't have tons of money sitting in the bank waiting to buy cars. That's just not the case. Clearly, I stuck with this car for the past 2 years. When you got other YouTubers who buy Lamborghinis, Ferraris, ZR1s, McLarens, and just have them all sitting in the garage. I'm not that YouTuber. I want to give you the real life stuff so you understand, like, anyone can actually do this if you put your mind and soul and heart into it. And, you know, from my standpoint, there's definitely things that I had to sacrifice in order to buy this car, and also, you know, the new C8 as well. Like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do any drugs, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't buy fancy clothes. Like, half the time when you guys see me, I'm in normal everyday attire, whether it's a t-shirt, YouTube hat, whatever the case may be. So you got to figure out what suits your needs, what are things you actually need and things you want. For me, I wanted this car. So in order for me to afford this car, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink. When it comes down to eating out, I eat out with my friends who say, hey, Clarence, let's go out to eat tonight. Well, instead, I go eat out with him, but when I'm not eating out with friends and family, I usually stay at home and cook. I meal prep. I do certain things like that to help me afford the things that I want in life, because hobbies get expensive. This is a hobby. YouTube, you know, I love it to death. You guys are my family, so I do it for all of us. At the end of the day, certain hobbies are expensive. This is an expensive hobby. I could imagine smoking every day, drinking every day, buying clothes, buying Jordans, buying expensive shoes, and then this hobby. All that money adds up, and at that point in time, I can't afford that stuff. Some other YouTubers can, some other people can. I can't. So I want to understand people, like, this channel is going to be built around Corvettes, future cars, future trucks, and providing great information to help people in the younger generation understand that you can do this too. Like, without a doubt, you can do this too. And even for some guys who are part of the channel that are older than me, who have dreams and hopes of getting a Corvette, like, maybe think about some of the things that, oh man, maybe I can cut this out to put this money towards my dream car. At the end of the day, these are just material things to get us from point A to point B. But this right here helped me create this family right here. And this is a family that I enjoy spending time with, hanging out with, receiving emails, text messages, phone calls, traveling to. And that's my goal at the end of the day, is to use this to meet you guys. So at the end of the day, without this, I would never met any of you guys. Actually, this car alone helped me build some of my great relationship with some of my friends today. I mean, even Mike from Brink of Speed, you know, him and I have became great friends. We talk almost every single day on the phone. And it's not just about YouTube, it's about life and about experience. And, you know, my friend Don, who I graduated high school with, became best friends. Like, never have thought this guy would become a cameraman. You know, he's a guy sitting behind a camera right now. The real Don, check him out. And it's one of those things where all this stuff built great friendships. And that's why, like, I love YouTube. I love doing it for you guys. And, you know, some people say, well, you know, we wish your channel was bigger, or why haven't you grown to this and grown to that? You know, at the end of the day, I usually just make content about this car. I don't do a bunch of stuff about trucks and stuff right now, and I'm hoping to at some point, because I really want a truck on the channel so I can tow this car or the C8 Corvette to wherever you guys located, come out and have a great conversation with me, talk with me, create that family, hear from you guys more often. And I mean, Peter Carey is a guy who emails me all the time, asking me questions about the cars, or what's your next step, or what's your next plan. And I just love that stuff. It's what a family is all about. And I'm looking forward to actually doing a lot more of this stuff with you guys, traveling the world, and just becoming a great big family that we already are. So once again, I appreciate each and every one of you for being part of the channel today, pushing that play button, watching this video, watching the ads. And some of you guys have gone to my website and legit actually bought merch and supported the channel through and through, and I greatly appreciate all of that. So with that being said, definitely go check out my website, which is www.cgonaspeed252.com. If you guys are interested in purchasing merch from me and supporting the channel, that's greatly appreciated. Don't forget to leave your comments down below based off whether you think I should do the music and delivery, or whether you think I should actually host a party to where you guys will actually come join it as well. And you know, with that being said, you guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'm going to do a screen recording at some point of my C8 build and figure some things out. But with that being said, stay tuned. I got a lot of great things coming your way, and appreciate everyone for your support on this YouTube channel. Peace.
Okay, man. I got you. See you. You too, brother.
Woo-hoo-hoo. That's how you meet people right there, mingle, and that's part of the new family member right there. That's what I appreciate. New family members every day, all day, you guys. That's where it's at all times. Whew. This thing is going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to 2020. You know, a lot can happen in 2020, but right now I'm going to do day by day. And I'm just looking forward to coming out and meeting you guys, having a great time, talking about cars, talking about life, talking about kids, your family, your wives. Some of you wives got cars out there. I mean, some of you guys' wives drive their Corvettes all the time, post pictures. Some of you guys' wives like have a Corvette, and then you have a Corvette. So that's even phenomenal. So, you know, this is one of those things where you get one life, and your second life starts when you realize you only got one life. And that's when you should go put your goals, put it like this. I'm going to say this as a quote. A dream is just a dream if you ain't got a plan. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna leave you with that. A dream is just a dream if you ain't got a plan to reach that dream. Peace.